Joe Biden tapping more familiar faces from their time in the Obama administration as he works to fill out cabinet and advisory positions in his incoming administration. Let's discuss a couple of today's choices with former State Department senior advisor Christian Whiton. How are you tonight, Christian?
Great, Susan. How are you? Great, Shannon. How are you? Sorry, we both messed up each other's names.
We are going to talk about Susan. We're going to talk about Susan Rice because she is the one who's getting a ton of headlines today. She's been appointed, or she's going to be tapped for domestic policy when most of her experience, for most Americans, if they're familiar with her, has been foreign policy. The New York Post, in an opinion piece today, said this. As bad as the Benghazi scandal was, and it was terrible, it pales in comparison to Rice's involvement in spying on the Trump transition team and then lying about it. No surprise that conservatives would not be excited about her. But what does the broader community feel about her experience and whether she's qualified for this?
Yeah, it's really comprehensively bad experience. It's hard to find any silver lining, any victory. As you mentioned, her fingerprints were all over the fiasco in Libya, which remains an unstable basket case today. It's a place where where the Obama administration got a U.S. ambassador killed. Her fingerprints also were all over Syria. She and neoconservatives and nation builders wanted greater U.S. involvement in Syria. They got some. They wanted a whole lot more. You know, if you go back to the late 90s when she was in the Clinton administration, the rumors have abounded that she was handed bin Laden on a plate by the Sudanese. This is before 9/11, but after bin Laden was involved in the U.S. embassy bombings in Africa in the late 90s, and she said no thanks. So not a lot good here on foreign policy. I guess there's always a chance she'll be good on domestic policy, but really it looks like just bringing in the old team that shuffled out the door 4 years ago.
Axios today saying there may be a reason she was chosen for this specific role. Between the lines, Rice was previously considered for cabinet positions, including Secretary of State, but she would have faced steep confirmation odds given her history of clashes with some GOP senators and as a flashpoint over Benghazi. The DPC role does not require Senate confirmation. How much do you think that was a factor in deciding where to place her with this administration?
I think very much. It was well known that she would not have had an easy time going through the Senate and confirmation, which you need for really any job running an agency like the State Department, the CIA, the Defense Department. Usually in that case, and of course this happened in the Trump administration with John Bolton, you'd make the person National Security Advisor. Of course, she already had that role. So the question is, why bring her back at all? What does she really bring to the table? And I think it goes to just the complete lack of new blood in what's shaping up for the Biden administration. The fact that they feel that she's entitled to a job or needs to be there. I think being a black woman plays a role because, frankly, identity politics seems to be what's driving a lot of these staff choices.
Pete Buttigieg is one of those who has been out there praising her, saying she's a great addition to a potential Biden administration. Very quick comment from you on rumors that he's being floated as ambassador to China.
Well, God. You know, this is another person who has accomplished nothing really in foreign affairs or in the one government job he had, which was running a city that didn't go too well. These people should focus on merit and accomplishment and can the identity politics. Unfortunately, I think that's all they're about.
We shall see. Christian, great to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Shannon.